Anyway, this is a picture of, I'm getting a cup of coffee. I'm getting ready to get a cup of coffee and unlocking my bag. And yes, it is a hassle to, live in America. You know, the richest country are probably. Anyway, I can't see the camera. I'm recording this on my, video camera, right? Just I camera, whatever it's called. And, girly dog's right there. She's and so and so I won't, so anyway, to make a short statement, the ontology journals are not online, they're all handwritten. I sent them to the BBC when my mom was moved to Portland, Oregon from Honolulu, Hawaii. There was about a month of time when I was in Honolulu. And, right, you all know that, and you all know the briefcase that was uh, kind of forced on me against, I didn't want that briefcase from that was on paratransit, and it wasn't mine. I had never seen it before, and I left it outside of the Kahala post office when I went in and mailed some things to the BBC. And when I went out of the post office, the briefcase was no longer there. So some of your friends probably are well aware of what was in the briefcase, and that they don't wake me up and harass me every single morning. And so I have no problem with them because they don't bother me, and right, there are professionals, like, I've already named them FBI. Maybe you could just wake up in the morning and say the names of very important, exciting places with lots of really great looking men who are muscular, and they're all really smart, and they all seem to know a lot about what everyone is doing, right? Can you imagine trying to make a show like 24 in America with these guys every fucking day, right? So I wonder why the show 24 went off the air. Actually, I don't bet. It's like, Jesus. Anyway, so, hyperadrenaline aside, the ontology journals that I wrote at the beach, the Waikiki Beach in Hawaii, they're the possession of the BBC, and basically I've already typed, the content of them through my daily poetry of unsolved child murders, anti-Semitism, that, right, is a word that it almost sounds like, like sexual abuse is, it's not a nice term, but how the phrase sexual abuse, it covers up, and there's, like, when you meditate and stuff, and, what, I actually don't see crime scenes. I actually don't have to go to crime scenes, and because I didn't finish my private investigator's license, which I did look into doing, and just because I don't want people to stalk me constantly and say, hey, I have something I want to investigate, and I'm like, I don't want to investigate you, just go to that goddamn FBI, all my fucking life, and so anyway, the unsolved child murders, right? That's what you guys are about, and and so a lot of the content of the ontology journals is in my daily poetry, and anyway, so there's that, and it's property of the BB, right? I don't have a doppelganger. That's why if I fall down and break my hip, I will be in the hospital and there, and maybe you could do property theft and da da da. But I think some people would like you just to let people live their lives. And you know what? It's so horrible. If someone wants a reality show, and there are plenty of people who probably would like, they would love to live, follow them around and see what they do every day. Give them time to shower and change clothes. I would recommend, you know, that it might be nice, or even on your intranets or your closed to the rest of the world. There are probably, trafficking victims or whatever that would be like, wow, we would love, my guess is most people are not really into snuff films. Like, oh, let's watch them and catch them at the most, I doubt that. But why don't you guys just find some people who are actual prostitutes? That might be a good idea, right? Because President Obama has not made very much money. He hasn't been president for a long time, and our friendship with Joe Biden doesn't count. Okay? So, anyway, why don't you guys just, if you, right, I don't work for the FBI or any intelligence organization at all, right? And, no, I don't work for the BBC, and I would love to, I would love to work for Interpol and stuff, but I've already said that. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, this is on my camera and you're wasting my time. So, right now I have more people watching my phone. And it's thanks to you guys who wanted to make a reality show based on Kaylee living in America. And, right, so I'm so happy that without any, coffee or anything, have helped out a global intelligence, whatever, learn to be really a bunch of assholes and show that, yes, if you are injured or physically disabled, you can easily be taken advantage of, and your governments will indeed take advantage of you if you do anything such as own property or have a family or even have a desire for some help in life, like maybe a service dog, maybe a friend, maybe a family, maybe someone to communicate with over email or have a pen pal or something like that. And thank you very much. And I haven't written Article 19. I haven't right, except I've taken notes. And the piece I wrote, which is about my mom, right? And if you guys, anyway, I don't even want to. Okay, and that is the notebook that I'm going to respond. Then I'm going to write Article 19, and it's not very fancy. Right, people have context, and people with disabilities, right? Remember, right, the movie Boy in a Bubble? Right, he had a family. People came to visit him, right? And, right, it's like you're wanting to glamorize abuse against women and girls with physical disabilities. Ha ha ha, if you're not going to have, so you're not, are you useless because you don't want to have sex with a man, or you don't want to have a baby while tossed in the garbage can? No, that's not the way it is, right? People are born. And if you look at COVID, and I know you assholes are saying, well, yeah, now we can get drive around in the Starbucks line and get our coffee a little faster. Hey, more drugs and guns for us, ha ha ha. And that may or may not be happening. The size of the global population is huge, even with COVID. And the Starbucks line, you're always going to have to wait a while. That's just, everyone ends up having to wait at some point. That's just the way life is. And so you guys have wiped out a large portion of the human population, and it doesn't seem your lives are improved in any way at all. In fact, you seem to probably have convinced some more people who also do things that they know they really might not want to have to do at the time, or they might have some regrets, or they wouldn't want their children to do the same thing, which is, I think, sometimes a way of looking at regrets. Maybe like, I know the situation and the circumstances, and I would have made a different choice. That may or may not be a regret, but I think definitely saying I would not want my child to do what I have done. I think that's a way of saying, yes, I regret what I did. And anyway, I invited Claudia Gomez to the performance at 848 Divisadero all the way back in 1990. My name is Dolphin Julia Trahan, and my legal name is Julie Jeanette Trahan. Don't tell anyone for medical privacy. And anyway, some other people write, well, you're probably going to be having some Happy New Year's, all right? All right, goodbye. Thanks for watching.